This is, of course, for our boy Daniel, the guitar builder. This is a 1-ton Arbor press that I bought at Princess Auto. He's using a drill press to press his frets down when he's building guitars. And really, it's not the right way to do it. So I got him to send me in his outfit for pressing in the frets. And this is I think they call it a caul, or a cull. So anyway, I got that adapted to the Arbor press. This here was what they call a gib adjustment here. It was like this one, but it had one here. So what I did is I got it where there's a lock on, or you can lock it on. That way, if you want to put down if you want to glue down a fret, glue it, you hold it down, tighten it up, and that'll keep it down. So that worked out pretty good. Then I said, well, I don't like this outfit. That really become redundant now that he's using it for guitar work. So I said he needs a better working surface. So I took a piece of 3/8 aluminum and I milled the edge nice on it. And I put
That's a good idea, table.
Yeah, a split ring there, or a split pin. So now he's got a table, but because when this gets bolted down, he'll be able to have a little bit of movement. So I FaceTimed him and I asked him if he wanted me to mill this out so this neck support could fit down. And he said no, because he said lots of times I might have to move it a little bit. So that's basically how it's going to set. So what I did with the aluminum, of course, I put it in the bead blaster and I etch it. So that way this is not so, because I was going to buff this where it was like chrome. I said nah, because then that's going to be too slippery. So basically, this is what he's got, right? So his neck of his guitar goes in. This is bolted to his workbench. So he comes down here and he does the press work, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then of course if he wants, like I say, if he wants to glue it, he can keep it down. Now this here is adjustable. If you don't like the clock position, you can take it. This is not moving the adjustment here now. This is just the handle, the position of the handle.
Oh.
So if you don't like where it stops, well then you can put it there.
Okay.
Right? And then you can go like that, right? If you don't like it where it stops there, well, you can have it here, you know? So, yeah. So, now, then I tried to get a little bit fancier. I tried to make up a recoil for this, where to come back on its own. But there's not a lot of room there, and this is kind of a heavy outfit. This is all solid metal. So, we're going to consider that a fail.
Okay, won't need it.
We're not going to need it now. Well, especially now that he got the lock here too. So, you know, and that's the way it's got to be.
Probably better to have all control of yourself too.
Well, it is. I think it is. Yeah. Now, I had this light for another project because I have another job or another tool half built for him, and that's
right.
a pin router. This is a big outfit, you know, where you mount a router on it. And I basically took an old table saw and I modified the heck out of it, and I'm going to turn it into a pin router. That's work in progress. But this was for the pin router. But I'm going to also include that with this tool. So I thought it was magnetic, but I guess it's not. I must have had it where it was going to be permanently mounted.
It looked like it would be. 'Cause
Yeah, I
the
could have
base.
bought it with the base on it. I don't know.
I guess you didn't need it, so.
Yeah, because it was going to be. And this is a company called Denray or Danray, and these are industrial lighting for tools. And I'm going to tell you, like,
You got them on the Arbor for
oh yeah, this is good gear, right? This is. I don't remember what the cost of it is. I don't know. It's not cheap, but it's nice gear.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly, you know? So like it's an industrial tool type of thing, right? So what I'm going to do now, I could mount this magnetically, but I think what I'll do is I'll just mount this on here. Something like that,
Okay.
you know? And that way,
This would be easy for shipping too, if it could be removable and
Yes, well, I'll have the bolts put in it,
Yeah.
and that way, when we come back, we'll show them what it looks like.
Looks like it's complete.
It's done.
Done.
It's done. Tout fini.
Oh, the light worked out perfect.
Oh, it's nice.
So how did
You can come over here, you can see how I mounted it. Just went down through.
Okay.
And of course, the bolts that came with it weren't long enough. So I had to go get the Allen key bolts and put down there. So it's kind of nice. But, you know, thinking about it now, I really think it's better to have this permanently mounted.
Okay.
Because the magnets that are on these lights, as you can see by the iron worker, they're quite heavy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, they're strong.
But sometimes they do fall off, even on that.
Oh, yeah?
Like if that thing is punching a reel like a 1-inch plate,
Yeah.
and it makes a big bang, the light will fall down.
Wow.
You know, because I mean, there's a lot of pressure, right? So, can you imagine now a guitar, you know, being refretted or, you know, almost done, and a light with the magnet on it fall on the finish?
Oof.
So, you know, when you think about it,
Yeah.
maybe it's better off that you have it permanently attached
Oh,
to the
true.
tool, you know?
You gotta think it through.
Yeah, so, yeah, like I say, when he puts his guitar in, if he needs to move it a bit, he can. You know, of course, he can do it that way as well. And again, this is adjustable, so you can move it back like that. You can take it out, take it apart. If need be, I'll give him this too. I don't know if he'll ever need it, but it came with it, so, you know. And it's all been lubricated and fabricated, and, you know. Now, this is more or less for Daniel's information. Daniel, my boy, if you find that when you're pressing it down, if you find that the angle of this isn't right for your liking, depending on, you know, how high or how low you're sitting when you're doing this, you can take out this here. There's a little Allen key here. Well, the Allen keys come with it. Just unscrew this. This pulls off. Then you can take this out. This pulls right straight out. And then you can change the position. Go one notch either way. Put it back in and see. And if it's more comfortable for you then, just reverse the procedure. Just put this little collar back on, use your Allen key, tighten it up, and you're good to go. So, other than that, you know, there's a switch there for the light.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, these lights are probably the best quality lights that I've ever purchased to put on equipment, you know, or shop equipment. So, it's really,
Long lasting too, isn't it?
oh, they last for, oh, it's a lifetime light. The only thing is I bought a little grill to go over this. This is about $3 from the company. And do you think that we could find that today?
No, I couldn't.
So, but we got all our winter stuff put away, and
Yeah.
so our sheds are quite full. Or our summer stuff put away, sorry. So yeah, so that's pretty well it. You can give them a
You find things
look
when you're
that
not
way.
looking.
Yeah. And of course, Kathy did some decals to add to it. Short guitars and specialty repairs, custom mods. When Monday comes, before we pack it up, we got to get some bolts to go down here, so we'll include some bolts for them. So all they have to do is just drill them out, and, you know. I don't know how thick his workbench is, but we'll FaceTime them on that, or we'll email them, or text them, or call them, or lots of choices.
Lots of choices.
The only thing we can't do is see them, you know, in regards to in person, you know. Well, maybe that's the next step in technology. Woof, you're there,
Whoa,
right?
you did in Star Trek.
Yeah, beam me up, Scotty, right? Now, we had another question. We got Heinrich, a fellow by the name of Heinrich. He's from South Africa, and he's watched our videos religiously, and he's always emailing. He's just a great guy. What are you looking at? What are you?
Nothing?
You're throwing me right off. It's like you see something, because there's wasps. There's wasps around.
You're afraid, doesn't
And
it?
and when I turn on the heat, they come back to life, eh?
They do, yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna have to kill them. I don't know how many. But anyway, yeah. So Heinrich asked me about the shelter for Forky, the forklift, and asked me if we were doing anything. Actually, that's a job that was supposed to be done next spring. We were supposed to start it, but with the bender still in place, and you know, and a few extra hours in the evening, we decided to at least bend the top rails. Well, guess what? When we got the top rails bent, I said, well, you know what? Just as well to make the legs, you know? So anyway, we made the legs and said, well, you know, it's out there leaned up against the patio, so let's just assemble it, and when we get it assembled, we'll throw it down in the back for the winter. So that's basically what we've got done. The only thing, it didn't get thrown down in the back for the winter. It's still out by Forky, so if you want to come out, we'll show you, give you an update on what Forky shelter looks like. So there you have it. That's the shelter. Basically, it's going to have, it's not staying here. It's going to be over there eventually. But we got to do some backfilling over in that area in the spring. But basically, it's going to have a solid wall here. We already been talking to sail makers.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're going to build a cover and everything for it. It's going to be UV rated, heavy duty. Should last years and years and years. But this is going to be a solid wall. And Forky's forks are going to come out under the wall. Because I mean, why do we need to make it that much longer? You know?
Right. He won't mind having these forks
No.
sticking out.
No. At least we'll put a couple little eyeballs on there. He can keep an eye on things. See? Because if he's
He just needs to get his bum in. He don't
yeah,
care
that's
about
right. He
his
needs his
forks.
bum in. So and then back here, this is all going to be down. It's going to have a cover coming down here. There's going to be a short skirt on it down here, and basically here there's going to be another back in it, but it's going to be a zippered back. Somebody with a fart can under car, eh?
Yeah, still.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're still watching Fast and Furious 1.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah, the original.
Isn't it? So anyway, yeah. So that's where Forky's going to be, and then over here, this is all going to be backfilled here, and then this bush is coming up out of here. This garbage box is being moved. So Forky will basically be facing this way. That way, when anybody comes in, I'll just get Forky, back up, and take the item off the truck or trailer or whatever it's on.
Yeah,
So that's
true.
it. Huh?
Easy access. Yeah.
So that's the story behind Forky and the shelter. So you won't be seeing any update on that till the spring when we finish it. And also, somebody asked me about the cover that we made for the pond. Well, that's not in place yet because it's still fairly warm here, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So we're going to leave that for the last minute. The falls, just pan over to the pond. You'll see the falls are still working. So the pumps are all running. So we don't want to upset the apple cart. We're going to leave everything like it is until it gets cold. And then we are going to shut this down, winterize it. We're going to put some ear stones down in the water. And then we're going to put the cover on. So I probably won't be doing a video on that, but if anybody is on Twitter, they'll certainly see the tweets, because I tweet a lot of pictures on Twitter, so that's your advantage if you're on Twitter. If you're not, there's not much I can do about it. Last time I asked somebody to go to Twitter, there was almost an outcry. The only people that didn't come after me was ISIS.
I thought you were starting another war.
Oh, I'm telling you, it was brutal. So I'm not even going to mention it. So anyway, we'll head back into the shop. So is the light okay for you now?
Yeah, it was kind of blinding me. Yeah.
Cool.
You're
Anyway,
okay with that?
Yeah, we're okay with that. Anyway, folks, that's going to be a short video. Just wanted to show you because eventually somebody's going to be looking at the video we posted yesterday on short guitars, and they're going to say, you mentioned you were going to make a fret press. So are you going to do a video? Well, this is officially the video.
That's it.
It's a very short one, but it's a video. And all the comments from the video yesterday on short guitars and the guitar that Daniel had built for us, we really appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you something. Daniel really appreciates it too.
Did.
Daniel is the quiet type. You don't usually see Daniel replying to anything, you know. Dennis will, the older one. But Daniel's kind of quiet, laid back, and
Like his mother.
yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, we won't go there. That's another video.
No, we don't need to go there. We're already
Yeah.
there. We're doing it.
So anyway, folks, Daniel appreciated all the comments, and so did we. There's just so many it's hard to comment on, especially when we're trying to get these things done for Daniel. We're going to get this ready now and ship it off. And then, of course, there's the pin router. And anybody who don't know what a pin router is, might be a good time to Googleize it.
Oh, yeah.
Eh? Because it's an interesting tool. It's going to be it's a fairly big job. I started it a couple of years ago, and I'm about 50 or 60% through it. and it's a very, very unique design that I have. So maybe we'll do a video on that in the months to come, I don't know. So folks, thanks for watching, thanks for the comments, thanks for your loyalty watching, and we're not going to be doing a lot of videos in the future. We're going to be doing some, but it's going to be more sporadic. It's not going to be like every day or every week. So don't worry if you don't hear from us for a while. You know, if you don't hear us for another 2 or 3 years, that's because I died.
2 or 3 years.
But you should at least hear from us by the spring anyway.
Okay, well, yeah, check
Okay?
back if
You don't hear from us by the spring, send somebody out looking. I might have got caught in a snowstorm from the shop to the house, and you know, and of course Kathy wouldn't care. Just as long as the Has the Stomach Turns is on television. Is that
No.
or All My Delinquent Children or something?
No.
Huh?
The Days of Our Lives.
Oh, okay.
And Young and Useless.
And Young and Useless. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. You guys take care. Have a good weekend. Don't text and drive, and we'll see you whenever the next video pops up. God bless.